So I'll just explain to you kind of what we do here.
Okay.
Obviously, it's the easiest is to just track the flow of the food. So we go to our partner farms every day during the entire year, and we're picking up locally grown tomatoes and eggplant and zucchini and things like that. And one of the advantages, or one of the things that we do, is we actually go to the farm and bring it here so that the farmers can focus on being a farmer, not on being a truck driver. That's our job.
Okay.
We go get the food and we bring it in. And then it comes in, obviously, through our dock, and we want to make sure we're always sending out the highest quality food every single time. So we get it very quickly into the fridge as fast as we can. It's really important when you're transporting food that you keep it as cool as possible for as long as possible.
Okay.
So we'll bring things in and we'll make sure it gets to a temperature that's like in the 30 to 40 degree range, like basically we just get it as cold as we can, as fast as we can. If it needs to be cold, that helps keep the quality up for a really long time.
So just really trying to keep everything as fresh as possible.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's really, really important. So we bring stuff in on a refrigerated truck, we put it into a refrigerator, and then we process it, and then we get it shipped out. And so we'll talk about processing really fast. So we'll take things out, and oftentimes we get large boxes of carrots, is what I like to say, and we want to put it in a smaller bag.
Okay.
We want to make sure every carrot that goes into the smallest bag is the best quality. If it's not the best quality, we don't throw it away. We don't have any food waste. Everything either gets donated to a food recovery network or it gets composted.
Okay.
So we have zero food waste, both in the front of the house and the back of the house. So we got a zero food waste facility.
A lot of people do wonder about when it comes to quality control, like what do you guys do, especially if you're trying to focus on this very high quality?
Yeah, we want to ship the very best because that's what people expect and that's what they're paying for. But we also want to make sure nothing goes to waste. So we'll do some processing, which we're doing over here. So we're taking bunches or individual leeks, and we're making bunches of leeks. So the teams will do this kind of throughout the day and are looking for, like I said, we're looking for the highest quality. So what we're doing is we're taking and we're making sure that these are the highest quality. We're making sure that they're sized right, so our teams are weighing them to make sure that the customers are getting what they expect.
Okay.
And sometimes portioning them and banding them together. Okay. And then we're putting it, like I said, back in the cooler. And then we're going to take it out and put it into the bag. We're going to put that bag on a truck, and then we're going to bring it to your front door between midnight and 7 a.m., so it's there when you wake up. So it's kind of magical. Some people call us the produce fairy or produce Santa or whatever it might be.
Okay.
And we do that by making sure that we're looking for the highest quality every single time and getting it to you as fast as we possibly can.
So is there an average time, say, for an onion when it's first coming up, or does it depend on like how big the shipment is?
It certainly depends on a variety of factors. It depends on the time of the year. It depends on the item. So there's some things that you don't want to ship right away. You actually want to hold them and then ship them. So for example, like winter squashes are actually coming off the farm now, spaghetti squash.
Oh.
They're going to hold them so that they will last longer on your counter, and then they'll ship them to us. Also, not to mention, you don't really like winter squash in the middle of summer. It's 100 degrees out. People don't eat winter squash. So it's not safe to say that everything goes from field to front door in 48 hours, but the things that should do. So tomatoes and berries and corn and peppers and eggplant, those sort of things, we go pick up every day, and we're distributing every night. So
different strategies depending.
Yeah, it depends on the crop and what it is. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. But it's our goal to try and get stuff to you as fast as we can.
Now, what's the most popular, I guess, vegetable that people tend to get? Like
everything colored.
Really?
So people love colors, right?
Okay.
They don't like orange carrots, but they like colored carrots. They don't like white cauliflower, but they love purple cauliflower. Not that they don't like white, but they love colors. People love colors. I think it's because kids love colors, families love colors. They're the same thing, really. It's just a different seed, but people love colored fruits and vegetables. So, and then probably our most unique is we deliver a kiwi berry, which is like really small kiwi. It's grown here and in New Zealand, and it's like a furry skin, but you can eat the whole thing. So it's like a grape. It's a grape-sized kiwi. And that comes up from Pennsylvania. It's a hairy grape, yeah. And so you'll get those, we'll get those for about 2 or 3 weeks as we head into the fall from Kiwi Berry Organics up in Pennsylvania. So that's probably the most unique.
I have to try that with my toddler, see if that works.
Oh yeah, it's great. People love it. But I mean, this time of year we've got gooseberries and we've got currants and we've got all different types of peaches and nectarines and different varieties of corn and heirloom varieties of eggplant and tomatoes and things that you typically wouldn't see at the grocery store, but are fun varieties that are really going to inspire people to cook. And that's the goal, right? We want them to cook and eat well so that they keep coming back and we can do this thing together because it's the only way it's going to work.
And you mentioned, so what did you first start with in terms of the crops that you first started off with,
Sure.
and how have you expanded that so far?
So we first started with just fruits and vegetables, and we still do, majority of our business is fruits and vegetables, but we've added on dairy and meat. So we've built out a butcher shop. So we have humanely raised and pasture raised pork, chicken, beef, lamb, and then we've also expanded into what we call our provisions, and that's the best artisanal goods that we can find from producers all around the country. And so we have unique things like Hungarian hot pepper jam from a company in San Francisco. We've got a whiskey peach vanilla bourbon jam from a company in Colorado. We've got a avocado hot sauce called Habacado from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And a lot of those products came to us from our team sharing the things that they brought or would like to bring from their hometowns back here to DC. So we have chicharrones from a company in San Francisco. And then we've got also a bunch of great locally made artisanal goods from producers like Kate Bakes, who makes a great bar and has been a longtime supplier of ours. Whisked, DC's Best Bakery, Goutte, kind of juice cleanses. We've got a lot. So we buy a lot of different things from a bunch of different vendors. Oftentimes, a number of folks come to us, or we work with somebody like Union Kitchen or Mess Hall or one of these kind of like kitchen incubators where there are home cooks who are taking a product and bringing it to life, and we become an outlet for them. We talked to somebody yesterday who we might be their first retail account, so we help grow those businesses, and we've even brought some of them in here and let them use our space for storage, and so we try and be really collaborative. Or we're also going out and we're looking for the very best and trying to find stuff you can't find in this area. So like this kimchi is made by a farm up in Massachusetts called Hosta Hill. They own the farm, the processing plant, and then they bring it to us, and then we distribute that. So it's a vertically integrated product, so they own all the production, and then we distribute it. We do our best not to buy from distributors because we want to put as much money into the maker's hands as possible. So majority, actually all of the products that you see in the fridge here, we are buying directly from No. 1 Sons, we're buying directly from Hex Ferments, we're buying directly from duck eggs from a guy in Pennsylvania. So all of this is coming in direct.
And you mentioned Union Kitchen, which I've done some work with before. As you mentioned, it's a kitchen incubator for sometimes it's first-time cooks, people starting their businesses. So I love that there's this integration of the communities.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think, and what really helps is we get direct feedback from our customers that they don't always get. Because if you're an entrepreneur, and that's where my background is. I actually came from, I started my entrepreneurial career making granola and selling it to Whole Foods and Target and a number of like large kind of food conglomerates or food distributors. You don't get feedback. You don't know what people like, you don't know what they don't like, and so what we do is we help provide a market for people to test products as well. So we'll get some first taste of things that are new flavors or new varieties or whatever, and that's what most of this is. And so this is our kind of artisanal pantry that's slowly growing, but is growing quite a bit. And we've got great folks like Sfoglini Pasta out of Brooklyn, New York. If you've been to Rose's Luxury, I don't know if they still do, but they were the pasta manufacturer for Rose's Luxury, which is obviously a great DC restaurant. True Made Foods is like ketchup made with vegetables. And we're asking questions of these suppliers of where are you getting your ingredients from, because it's important to our customers that these ingredients are coming from responsible sources as well.